If there is one question that quietly steals more peace than almost any other, it is this: when? When will my life change? When will the opportunity arrive? When will I finally receive the answer I've been waiting for? When will everything fall into place? At first, it seems like an innocent question. It feels reasonable. After all, everyone wants to know when their dream will become reality. But what if that single question is keeping you focused on the very thing you wish to leave behind? Every time you ask, when? You remind yourself that your desire is somewhere in the future. You create a silent distance between yourself and the life you long to experience. You unknowingly tell your mind, I don't have it, and the mind faithfully accepts whatever you repeat, most often. Consider someone standing at the edge of the ocean, waiting for the perfect wave before they begin swimming. They watch every ripple, analyze every movement, and hesitate again and again. Meanwhile, someone else simply steps into the water and learns by moving forward. One remains trapped in endless waiting. The other discovers progress through action. Life often works in the same way. Many people spend years preparing themselves to receive happiness someday. They believe that once they achieve success, then they will feel confident. Once they find the right relationship, then they will feel complete. Once their circumstances improve, then they will finally relax. But peace was never meant to be postponed. Confidence was never meant to depend upon tomorrow. The life you seek begins with the person you decide to become today. Imagine waking tomorrow morning with complete certainty that everything you have hoped for is already unfolding perfectly. How would you think? How would you speak? How would you carry yourself? Would you rush through the day in fear? Would you constantly check for proof? Or would you move with quiet confidence, trusting that every experience is leading you exactly where you need to be? That version of you already exists. The only difference is the state of mind you choose to occupy. Most people believe circumstances create beliefs, but often beliefs create the experience of circumstances. This is why two people facing similar situations can live completely different lives. One sees every obstacle as proof that life is against them. The other sees every obstacle as preparation for something greater. One constantly asks, why isn't it happening? The other quietly says, it's already unfolding. Their outer situations may appear similar for a season, but their futures gradually become very different because their expectations are different. Expectation is powerful. Whatever you consistently expect begins influencing the choices you make, the opportunities you notice, and the energy you carry into every conversation. If you expect disappointment, you become cautious. If you expect success, you become courageous. If you expect rejection, you hesitate. If you expect favor, you move forward with confidence. Your expectations quietly shape your behavior long before they shape your circumstances. This is why asking when becomes so dangerous. It keeps your attention fixed on absence instead of presence. It trains your awareness to search for what has not happened rather than appreciating what is already changing. Think about planting a tree. No one expects fruit the day after placing the seed into the ground. There is complete trust in the unseen process. Water is given, sunlight is welcomed, time is allowed to do its work. No one digs the seed up every morning asking, has it grown yet? Because they understand something important. Growth happens beneath the surface before it appears above it. Your own life follows that same principle. The conversations that will change your future may already be taking place. The opportunity you've been waiting for may already exist. The answer you've been praying for may already be moving toward you through circumstances you cannot yet see. Just because your eyes have not witnessed, it does not mean it is not real. So stop asking when. Replace that question with another one. Who must I become today? That single change transforms everything. Instead of focusing on time, you begin focusing on identity. Instead of measuring progress by appearances, you begin measuring progress by your inner peace. Instead of chasing certainty, you begin living from confidence. And confidence changes the way you experience every single day. Think back to moments in your own life that once seemed impossible. There were answers that arrived unexpectedly. People entered your life at exactly the right time. Doors opened that you never could have planned. At one point, those experiences seemed far away. Yet they arrived, not because you controlled every detail, but because life continued moving while you remained unaware of everything happening behind the scenes. The same is true today. Life has not stopped working simply because you cannot yet see the finished picture. Your story is still unfolding. Every sunrise brings possibilities that did not exist yesterday. Every conversation carries the potential to redirect your future. Every decision becomes another opportunity to step closer to the person you are choosing to become. So do not waste today worrying about tomorrow. Do not trade today's peace for tomorrow's uncertainty. Be fully present, be deeply grateful. Walk through this day believing that what belongs in your life is already finding its way to you. Let your thoughts reflect trust rather than fear. Let your words reflect confidence rather than doubt. And let your actions reveal someone who no longer waits for permission to believe. Because the greatest transformation begins the moment you stop asking, when? It begins the moment you quietly realize that what is truly meant for you has already begun moving into your life, one perfect step at a time. There will still be moments when your mind asks, but what if nothing changes? When that happens, do not fight the thought. Simply remember that every meaningful change begins within before it is ever seen without. You are not asked to control every event, every opportunity, or every outcome. You are only asked to remain faithful to the person you have chosen to become. Wake up each morning with the quiet confidence that today can bring unexpected blessings. Walk into every conversation expecting something good. Be grateful before the evidence appears. Stay calm when circumstances seem slow to change because timing is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is your state of mind. Stop looking at the clock and start looking at your thoughts. Ask yourself, am I thinking like the person who already trusts that everything is working out? If the answer is yes, continue. If the answer is no, gently return to peace. Life has a remarkable way of surprising those who stop chasing and start trusting. The opportunities meant for you cannot miss you. The doors meant to open will open at the right moment. What belongs in your life is already finding its way to you, even if today's circumstances cannot yet reveal the full picture. So release the question of when and replace it with unwavering trust. Live today with confidence, gratitude, and expectation. The future is not created by waiting for the perfect moment. It is created by the thoughts you consistently choose right now. The moment you stop asking asterisk when, you free yourself from the burden of waiting and step into the peace of knowing. Trust that every unseen step is preparing you for the life you desire. Refuse to let doubt steal today's joy or tomorrow's possibilities. Stay faithful to your vision, grateful for the present, and confident in what is unfolding behind the scenes. What is meant for you is never lost. It is already on its way. Walk forward with certainty because the life you've been believing for begins the moment you decide that it is already done.